So a little weekend bonus starting off with the 3D modelling, flying all the way through the fleet. Looking first of all at the equator, well, the leaders had about 700 miles to go to the equator earlier on this morning. Key things to notice are the doldrums are quite far to the east, and so there should be a fairly straightforward passage for the two leaders, who are very much lined up one behind the other. Sebastian Simon now coming away from the Brazilian coast, going east. Further back down the fleet, we see Thomas Riong being caught a little bit by Paul Meyer. There's only 60 or 70 miles between them, considering that Riong's lead was 400 miles or so a few days ago. That compression is going to continue, and then this situation coming out of the low pressure system, that's one to watch. Back down towards the Falklands, and Benjamin Dutroux and Clarice Kramer now in quite a good situation. Sam Davis to the east of the Falklands, coming round Cape Horn, around Cape Horn yesterday, Group Apicil and Roman Attanasio. And then Jean Le Cam round Cape Horn this morning, his 7th rounding. Alan Rurer will have tough conditions for Cape Horn tomorrow. Isabel Josch and Giancarlo Podotti both have compromised boats, and I think we'll see them slow down. Benjamin Ferry, and then this big group of Daggerbow boats together, all sailing in good conditions. Ollie here still in the upwind and the high pressure zone. Antoine Chronique and Jing Kun Chu behind, also in quite good conditions for the meantime. So that's a quick run through the 3D. Looking at the routing for the leaders, well, we see them, as I say, going north in the southeasterly breeze, which will strengthen as they get up towards the doldrums, and then it will ease off a little bit. But no gains, certainly for Sebastian Simon. That will continue. That expansion will continue. Looking back here, then, it's all about getting out of this, the centre of this high pressure. On this side, then the advantage initially is going to be wind, although they're going to be upwind, they're going to have a solid breeze. The big gamble is this area here. Once again, we're in this semi-permanent cold front off Cabo Frio. The big question is whether they go inshore and get through it, although the bit's a slightly bigger risk, or sail slightly further going out to the east. So that's going to be interesting to watch with that group over the coming days. Finally, now then, the routing for the second group with Clarice and Benjamin Dutroux starting to emerge into the downwind conditions, going quite quickly. They'll get past the end of the exclusion zone. Sam Davis, not quite as easy for her, still a little bit in the high pressure, but she will get out this evening. Meantime, Roman Attanasio and Damon Sagan, they're still in the high pressure zone, but so it's quite complicated for them. Jean Le Cam coming round also with the same situation, but then this watching here, Alan Rurer, as I say, he will come round to Cape Horn tomorrow. He is going to have very tough conditions at Cape Horn, probably 45 knots, up to 4 meters of sea. Correspondingly, these two boats here, Isabel Josch and our Italian Giancarlo Podotti, they have compromised boats. We expect them to slow down and let this front progress through, and then otherwise it's fairly straightforward progress for the main group of Daggerbow boats and so on, coming through into the back of the high pressure system. So that's the way it looks this Saturday.